going to take a look at another feature of the trading tab on the Option Traders template. This one will help you track your trades from start to finish, and it's the rolling and linking function. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to populate this template with a couple of trades and show you how the rolling and linking works. Now here's a couple of trades that I basically just made up. The first one is a naked put, and I used the trade ID of A, and I just used my drop down and selected A. It's a short put. It expires on January the 19th. The strike price is 100. I ignored the Greeks here. I placed this trade on the 12th of January. It was a sell to open. I just used my drop down, sell to open. That's the price I received, my commissions, and that's how much was deposited into my account. I decided at the end of the next week not to take possession of the shares. I executed a buy to close for 10 cents, bought it back, and received a profit of $64 on that trade. The following week I did the same exact thing. I made this a trade ID B because I did not take possession of the first trade. Exact same trade, a naked put. The strike was 100, but the price of the underlying was a little bit closer to my strike price, so I did receive a little bit more premium. That was my trade date. I sold it, received $1 and a nickel, and $104 was deposited into my account. Then on the 26th, when the underlying went below my strike, I decided I'm going to go ahead and take these shares. I recorded this as expired, and it was either assigned or exercised, so you can use this for a short call as well. Expired, assign, and then I linked this. Let me go ahead and show you what this looks like. So I will assign. It basically hashed this out, leaves my profit at 104.40. Now I use my drop down to link this. Now this one, I closed it and I rolled it. I rolled it to this trade here. Now these are just links. There are 50 of them, and there are 50 rolls. So the way you can track this is, this was roll 1, 2, this was the result of roll 1. This is where I rolled it out. So I was assigned the shares, and now I'm going to trade it as a covered call. Again, this is optional. You don't have to do this. It just helps you identify your trades. Trade ID B, and it's stock. Now I'll go ahead and show you with stock. The default is a 100 multiplier, but stock is actually a 1 multiplier because you receive 100 shares of stock for every one contract. Sometimes it's 250, but most of the time it's 100. And so you have 100 shares. This is hashed out, and now I buy 100 shares linked to my naked put. I bought them for $100 commissions, so I spent $10,015. Now the reason that this link is important is because when you do your tax export, this trade will be linked to this trade, and it will reduce your tax basis from $100, the purchase price of the shares, to $98.95, which is 100 minus the short put premium that you received. Let me go ahead and add a couple more trades, and I'll show you some more linking and rolling. So here I've added a few more trades, and they're in the form of a short call. So 3 short calls, and what I've done is each week I have placed these short calls at increasing strikes. And here's the price of the underlying. Again, I'm not inputting any Greeks because I'm actually making this trade up. So here are the opening trades across here. Here are the closing trades. Now there's no linking or rolling of these because you're not closing in order to roll something to a different strike or out. It just expires and then you start over again the following week at an increased strike or the same strike or even a lower strike. And then you can also use the expected movement, which there's another video on that, to determine your strike prices. But in this case, the stock just kept moving up, and I said, I think I'll just go one strike above it. And on the final one, that 3 weeks out, it was a 107.50. I opened it, and then the stock surpassed my strike. I was exercised. The drop down states that this was expired and it was an assignment or an exercise. Now I'm using link 2. It's important not to reuse these. Here's my first roll, my link of my assigned put. Here's link 1. Now here's link 2. I'm linking it to the sale. Now here's was my original purchase. On 2/16 I sold 100 shares. It was exercised for 107.50, my strike over here, and now I'm out of the trade. I made a total of $1,101, so I wished every trade was like that. But along the way, for instance, let's delete this closing trade here. Yes. What I want to do, I'm not going to include this in my basis, but I'm going to include that one and that one. Now keep in mind that trading basis is not tax basis. So with this closing transaction erased, what you'll see is your trade basis on these 100 shares. Again, I want to reiterate that this is not tax basis. You have a trade and it's trade B, and on that trade you have your basis is 96.97. That's going to help you determine what strike price. So if the stock were going down, for instance, you might accept a short call at 100 or even 97.5 if you wanted to get out, because you will be greater than your trading basis. So I hope this helps you with your rolling and linking. I think it's a great way to keep track of your trades and help you understand how your basis is increasing or decreasing. Helps you determine what your strike price is and how far out you want to go on some of your trades in order to get enough premium to make it worthwhile to sell an option in a covered call situation. You can also do this with spread trades and especially with calendars. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope to see you in later videos, and as always, good trading. Bye.